Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Anjali from LearNowX. Apex Triggers will be the topic of our discussion today. But first, allow me to introduce our expert, Vineet Kumar. A business-oriented and self-motivated leader who brings 22 years of teaching and training experience. He holds degree of BTech and MTech of Computer Science and Engineering and submitted his PhD thesis in Deep Learning and Image Processing. He has coached tens of thousands of employees across all organizational levels and functions, assisting them in achieving their professional objectives. I think it's time to introduce Vineet sir in this video.
Thanks for a wonderful introduction, Anjali. Hi viewer, I am Vineet Kumar, Salesforce Developer Trainer at LearNowX.
So, let's get started with the video. So Vineet sir, could you just introduce our audience about Apex and Apex Triggers?
Okay, Anjali. Before introducing the what is Apex Trigger, I would like to tell you what is Apex in brief. Apex is a strongly typed object-oriented programming language, very similar to Java programming, that allows developer to execute code on the Salesforce server. It is used for building SaaS application on top of the Salesforce.com platform. While Apex Trigger is a very important functionality of Salesforce, a trigger is an Apex script that executes before or after a data manipulation language event occurs. Apex Trigger is a block of code that performs some custom action before or after DML events to record in Salesforce. Meaning that when we perform a DML operation on the Salesforce database, whether it is insertion or creation, updation, deletion or undeletion, some actions are fired like send an email, create any other record, delete any other record, update any record related or not related, fire an error if the record is not matching criteria, pre-populate the record that got inserted or updated, or doing a call out in case of the integration.
Alright, this was quite informative sir. So sir, can we relate a mind to human body actions to triggers?
Yes. Suppose someone throw a stone at you. By default, my mind react to save from that stone. That is a kind of a trigger. An action performed by our mind at the time of something happening. That is also a trigger.
That was quite interesting, Vineet sir. So, our audience might be curious to know that when to use Apex Triggers. So, could you just help them understand about that?
Suppose आप अगर किसी ऑब्जेक्ट के किसी रिकॉर्ड की फील्ड के ऊपर कोई वैलिडेशन लगाना चाहते हो, जैसे कि फोन नंबर की डिजिट 10 डिजिट होनी चाहिए, तो आप अपेक्स ट्रिगर लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. उस केस में आप केवल वैलिडेशन रूल यूज करिए. लेकिन जब आप किसी ऑब्जेक्ट की फील्ड, ऑब्जेक्ट के रिकॉर्ड को आप अपडेट कर रहे हो या आप क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, उसके के ऊपर अगर कोई आपको कॉम्प्लेक्स लॉजिक लगाना हो, ठीक है, तो हमें एपेक्स ट्रिगर यूज करना पड़ेगा.
The example was equally efficient for the students, sir. Sir, but what is the different types of triggers that one can perform?
There are two types of trigger. One is before trigger, another is after trigger. Before trigger update or validate the value in the record before you save it to the Salesforce database. While after trigger is used to access the value contained within a record and use that value to make changes to other record or record of other object in your Salesforce database. That means you have to use before trigger when you perform an action, you want to perform an action on the same record of an object, while after trigger will use where when you want to create or update a record of one object, but over that you have to perform an action on the other object records. So we have to use after trigger there.
So, sir, with your example, you're basically trying to help the audience understand that before trigger is mainly used when you validate or update a field of the same record, while
Yes.
after trigger is used when you validate or update the record of a cross object. I
Yes.
hope I'm right here.
Absolutely right. बिल्कुल ठीक. Basically, these triggers are executed in conjunction with the DML operations that are called the trigger events. So, as per the DML operation, trigger events are before insert, after insert, before update, after update, before delete, after delete, and another DML operation that is called undelete. For that, we have a after undelete event. So, there are 7 types of trigger events.
I think the audience watching this masterclass must have understood the differentiation between before and after trigger. So, sir, why not tell the students about when to use before and after events?
So basically, we have already discussed what are the different kind of triggers. One is before and after trigger, right? So according to that, if we need to update or pre-populate any field on the same record or to fire an error validating, then we have to go with the before event. While in all other cases, right, we have to go with the after event.
Sir, now can you give any scenario based example for the audience to help them understand even better?
Okay, let's take an example. Whenever a new contact is created for an account, update the corresponding account phone number with the new contact phone field, right? So in this case, what will be our solution approach? We have to identify the object on which the trigger is applied, right? First, we have to identify the object on which the trigger is applied and also identify the event, right? As per our scenario, right? Scenario says that creating a contact record. That means we are applying a DML operation on the contact. So object will be contact, and after inserting or creating a contact, right, you are trying to update the account phone field. So that means there is a cross object or related object, contact with the account. So here event will be after, right? But what are trying to do? Here we are trying to insert. So the event will be after event. So in that case, we have to write. Let's try to implement this scenario with the help of Salesforce app. So before jumping to the example, I would like to tell about what is the Apex trigger syntax. Apex trigger syntax contain trigger, then trigger name on object name, and we also provide the parameter of trigger events. And then we have to write the code block which contain the business logic of that particular scenario. So let's implement this scenario using the Salesforce developer console. So open your Salesforce account with your credential, then go to the gear icon, click on it and go to the developer console, right? And now create a new Apex trigger class. Here it asks the name of the Apex trigger which you want to create. So as we want to update the account phone, so we have to give the name as account phone update, right? And as we have already said that you have to use the contact object for this. So select the contact object, right? So by default, a syntax is written in the developer console as trigger, as we have already said about in case of the syntax of the trigger, then the trigger name. Here trigger name is account phone update, and it is applied on which object, that is contact, and by default it will take event as before insert. But in our scenario, this event, as we have discussed, as after event. So we have to write here after insert, then we write the code block of this. So we want to update the account phone field corresponding to the creation of a contact record, right? So in that case, we have to use the for each loop for each contact. Let's say we have taken a variable let con, and we have to use one of the context variable that is called trigger.new. So here we have to use one of the context variable that is trigger.new. Trigger.new is a context variable. Viewer, in next video we will discuss in detail about the context variable used in the Apex Trigger. So stay tuned with our YouTube channel. Now, when we are creating a for each loop that take each contact, and for each creating a contact, right, we have to find the phone number which we have inserted in that contact record, right, and we have to update the account phone number field with that contact phone number field, right. So we have to create a account variable. Let it is ACC is a variable for that. That is how to find all account when a trigger is fired on contact. So in that case we have to use the SOQL statement, that is select what we want to select. Select ID and the name of account and the phone number which we have to update in account, and from which object we have to use with the account object, right? Okay, but how to find this account object related to the contact object? So here we have to write the where clause. And what will be the condition? Condition will be that ID, that is account ID, is equivalent to which ID? Con dot account ID, right? Okay, good. So see here we have to use con dot account ID, and we have to terminate this statement. So in this statement we can get all the account record related to the contact record, right? And now update this field account.phone field with which field? Con.phone field, right? Fine. But here we have created a account record. Now we have to add this into the Salesforce database, but there may be number of such account. So for this we have to create a instance of account record, right? So we have to take the list of account with ACC list, that is using new. We have to create this ACC list and we write list of account, right, and add this ACC with this account list, right? So using the ACC list dot add, and which element we have to add? That is ACC. Fine, right. So once you have added this, now update your which record? Account list. So we have to update the database. So we have to exit from the for loop, right, and check if ACC list dot is empty, right? We have to check is empty. If it is not empty, so we have to use the not operator here, and we write here to insert update, that is ACC list, right? Okay. Clear this point? Fine. So see where is okay. We have missing this semicolon, so that we have to terminate it, right? Okay. Now save it. Is it saved? Now, once it is saved, check whether the account font field is updated or not. So here we have to go with the inserting and contact record in a related account record. Go to the accounts. I am creating one of the accounts, so we have to go with the new. It is a test master class. I am creating one of the account, right? Save it. So test master class account is created. Now we have to go with the related field, and here we have to create one of the contact. We have created one of the contact. Let test master class contact, right? And also provide the phone number. Let it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? And we have to insert it. See, contact is created. Now we want to check whether that field is updated with the phone number or not. So see here, in case of the creating this account earlier, there was no phone field, right? No phone number. But when we create a contact, now it is phone field is also updated. So this is a trigger. Creating contact and simultaneously the phone field of account is also updated.
Thank you, Vineet sir, for giving such simplest ways to write an Apex trigger.
Thank you, Anjali.
Choosing a career as a Salesforce developer over others has always been a lucrative career and is creating a lot of buzz among the aspirant. However, we cannot deny the fact that as the growth is increasing, candidates aiming to be Salesforce courses are growing simultaneously. But to stay ahead of the rest, you need to expand your skill set, and it will be a win-win. LearNowX is one such platform that helps you with upskill while studying in the technical industry. So, if you want to learn more about technical industries, so stay tuned with LearNowX YouTube channel and join our masterclasses. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and comment down below about your views on our today's masterclass. Thank you.
Thank you, Anjali. Thank you, viewers.